everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic week. What is today, Thursday? Excellent. No school tomorrow. Not here anyways. I hope you have school off tomorrow. Anyways, okay, so how to build your confidence with intentionality. What does that even mean? So while I'm talking, I want you to write down, post below, get some feedback. What outcome is it you want? What steps do you need to take to reach that outcome? And then what are you going to do and when? Those 3 questions, okay? So, building your confidence with intentionality means just that. Being intentional about what you are doing. If you do nothing, you will never build your confidence. But the more we do, the more we experience, right? The more our confidence builds up. So, you need to know what is the outcome that you want. Now, this is where you get to dream big. Do you want to pay off debts? Do you want to travel? Where do you want to travel? Do you want to buy a house? Maybe a car? Maybe you want to have your whole life's income. So this will buy a car, buy a house, pay for your kids' college tuition, build for your retirement. Maybe it will do all of those things. What outcome do you want? What is your dream? This is also where you dig deep. Okay, sometimes we don't admit to ourselves what it is we really want, or we're afraid to admit it. So it's there, we kind of know it, but we don't really want to say it out loud. Say it out loud. Write it down, and then say it many times over. Okay. What do you want your outcome to be? The next step is knowing what steps to take to get there. Maybe you have no clue. Maybe you can think of a few steps and then you feel stuck. So how do you find out the steps you need to take to reach these goals? Well, the best advice is to talk to someone who's already done it. Go find that someone who's already reached these goals or who is actively reaching them. They just might be a great coach. And if you find someone who's already done these things, when they tell you to do something, you need to do it. Don't question them. They already know. They already know it's worked. So you just have to go do it. So what steps is it going to take for you to reach the outcome you want? Now you have to realize, okay, this is a mindset thing. It's not usually just one thing. It's not usually just one step you have to do. It's always many steps that you have to do. If you are dreaming big enough, okay, then there are many steps you need to take, and it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It might happen within the year, depending on what your goal is. Maybe it's an extra long-term goal. But it's not going to happen overnight. And there's going to be many steps you have to take. You have to remind yourself of that. And every time you get frustrated, you come back to this. This is why you write it down, okay? You write it down so that you can come back to this and you read it out loud. You read it out loud, you write it down, and when you get stuck, when you feel frustrated, when you feel like hope is diminishing, you come back and you read it again. And you look at the steps you've already taken, and you look at your next step, and you do it. And if you're stuck, you might be fighting yourself. So you look at the steps you've already done, you look at the next step you have to do, and you just do it. You don't argue, you don't question, because that's where we stop ourselves. You just do it, okay? Now, when you get all these steps put together, you might have 10 steps listed, okay? But you're not going to look at all 10 steps. You might list them so that you can go check, 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 done. Yes, victory, right? But you're going to write them down, and then you're going to back it up, and you're just going to look at the first step, because that's the only thing you have to do right now. That's the only thing you have to do. And you're going to tell me when you're going to do it. You don't have to say, 1:02 p.m., this is what I'm going to do. You can say today. You can say tomorrow. Don't say this week. Pick a day. Okay? Because if you don't tell yourself when exactly you're going to accomplish this, you can keep pushing it off endlessly. So, I cannot wait to read from you guys what outcome it is you want, what steps it is that you see that you need to take towards it, and when you're going to take that first step. Now, why am I encouraging you to post these things below? Because I can give feedback. And you guys can give feedback to each other if you can see each other's posts. Feedback is such a great tool. Now, we're not going to give negative feedback. We're going to give helpful, constructive feedback. You never are going to say, this isn't going to work. You're only going to suggest maybe a way to tweak, or maybe a different step first, or something like that, okay? But that's why you share it with people, so you can get that feedback, okay? We want you guys to reach these goals you have. So anything we can do to help, use our help. That's what we're here for, okay? I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you next week.